Hello and welcome to this short video on how to use Knovel Library. Knovel Library provides you with engineering related information. So in order to navigate to Knovel Library, first of all, there are a number of options for you. If it is included on your subject guide, like with the ones that I've created for my engineering departments, you can go through the subject guide. If not, then you need to go to search, databases, click on K for Knovel, because it's Knovel with a K, and then click on Knovel Library, which it will then load. As you can see, Knovel also has a search box, but it has two tabs that you can use. Either Search Knovel, where you use keywords, or Property Search, which either finds the material property search or data analytics. This is more for chemical material search, where you can find information that is linked to the NIST database. So I'm going to use the simple search, and I am going to use a different keyword right now. I am going to use water treatment. As everybody uses water, I found that this is one of those that I could use. And then I say search. And then as you can see, it says there's a new refined by. So if you have not used Knovel before, I will show you how it works. So at the top of my search results, you can see that it shows the books or text, graphs and tables, equations, definitions, and any worksheets that are available. So Knovel is quite interactive in itself. So if you are signed in, you can save your search query. You can also save your share search results. My apologies. And you can see the keywords that are included in all the search results. So there is a lot of them on ozonation, there are some on nanofiltration, microfiltration, and so forth. So if you're looking, let's say, at a specific area of research in terms of water treatment, you can look at that. So I'm going to select a random one and say I want to look at wetlands because I love nature. So as you can see there, wetlands for wastewater treatment, for instance, is a chapter, and it comes from Green Technologies for Sustainable Water Management. So you can save the results and you can see more results from this title. So if you find that a specific book, for instance, is recurring, you can look at the entire book. So I want to download chapter 10. I click on it. And then it will open the chapter for me, which I can download then. So if I want to look at the rest of the book, for instance, I can go at the top and click on content, and it will show you the entire book from the first chapter all the way to the last chapter. So you are more than welcome to download more than one chapter from one book, if it allows you, that is. You can also do equations. You can also convert your units. So if you're working with something that uses an American standard and you are using South African measurements, you can put in your South African ones and then it will convert to the standard that you have to use. So as you can see, there is different options: acceleration, amount of substance, area, corrosion rate, diffusibility. So these are actually adapted to your search. So if I want to look at specific energy, I can do that. Or you can then say go to full converter. So there you can input your values that you want to convert, and also you can then specify if you want it in specific decimal places and how many decimal places it must be provided in. So that's more or less how the unit converter works. You just put in what you want and then you enter the symbol, or if you know it. So kPa would be a measurement, if I'm not lying, for energy, and then you can put that in. Degrees is for temperature, you can put it in. So if you want to do from degrees to Fahrenheit, for instance, for temperature, you are more than welcome to do that. As I said, you can also do equations, which you can do there. So you can open a new solver worksheet where you can work on your equations. More tools. So there's an Excel add-in which you can add to yours. If you are using any periodic table elements, you are more than welcome to use the periodic table there, and you can also use it on mobile. Alright, so that's more or less how it works. So if you want to do the property search, you then click on the option for property search. And then I want to do a material search. So this will not be for everyone. As you can see there, the property search is for plastics, metals, alloys, composites, and chemicals. So if you are in material science and metallurgy or in chemical engineering, this may apply to you. If you are in mining engineering, for instance, you might actually, to a lesser extent, use some of this. So if you're looking at iron ore, for instance, you want to look at the properties thereof, it would fall under metals, and then you can do the property search. So this is how a property search looks like, and I want to look at aluminium, for instance. Aluminium. Okay, so it seems I can't spell it. There it is. Aluminium. There is 0 search results, so I'm going to say steel, which is much more simpler, and I found 1,783 results. So you can click on the search results, or you can assign the specific properties that you want to look at. So let us say I want to look at the electrical properties of steel. So I want to look at its electric potential. You drag, you drop it on there, and as you can see, I now have 11 results. So then I can click on the results, and you will see that it gives you graphs and tables, interactive graphs and tables, which come from specific books, which you can download if you want to. So I click on this graph, and then it will open it up for me. So it's in centimeters. If you want it in a different measurement, you can use the unit converter, and then you can export this table into PDF or into Excel if you want to manipulate it and save it. So then you select all the ones that you want to save, and then you can export it for yourself. And that is how you use Knovel.